Are you a Redtail user and you're having trouble organizing the different types of sources and really just trying to see how you can run good reports on the sources of new contacts that are created inside of your CRM? Well, if that's you, in today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can actually start to organize the source area within a Redtail contact and kind of brainstorm with you and give you some good ideas as to how you should be organizing that, and then also running reports on those contacts inside of your Redtail CRM. Hey, it's Matthew. If you're looking to build workflows that actually work and help your firm scale and grow, please feel free to grab your copy of Mastering Strategies to Avoid the RA Disaster. The link will be in the description below. And if you're serious about building workflows, processes, and automations for your firm, let's connect. Schedule an intro call with us using the link in our description below, and we'd be more than happy to get to know you and your firm. All right, now back to the video. So right now we are on an example client, Joe Schmo, and he may look familiar to you or some of you in the industry here, but what we're going to look for is under the contact details, we're going to see the actual source and where he came from. So it looks like Joe Schmo heard about us from our social media outlet, YouTube. So if I wanted to change that, or let's say this is a new person in our pipeline as a new prospect, and I haven't identified his source, I may want to choose from a couple of the different selections that we have here, and you'll see a couple of different options that we have built out as marketing. So the way that we like to see this are different types of marketing activities that you may be spending a lot of time and effort, maybe even some marketing dollars towards, and being able to track, well, what's the actual output? How many new clients are we getting throughout the year? And really just giving you a better idea as to how you can start categorizing and tracking the different types of sources for the new clients that enter and new prospects that enter into your pipeline. Next here, we have a couple of very general referral sources. So we know that clients refer a lot of business to us, as well as COIs like those accountants, those estate planners, maybe some insurance professionals that you also network with, but essentially any COIs that you actively manage a relationship with. And then finally here, what we have is social media and websites. So really, we want to be able to track, is what we're doing on our social media channel outlets actually providing us a lot of good prospects that land in our pipeline? It's really hard to track the different types of leads and where they're coming from unless you buy a list of leads. Then you can grab that Excel spreadsheet and then mass import them inside of Redtail and tag them all to that lead source. But typically, you're not creating leads until they actually schedule that first meeting with you. So this is why we always suggest making sure that you have these ones down here for social media, your referrals, marketing efforts, as well as website and search engine optimization, as a lot of you may find your clients very local to you. So they may type in to your city, financial advisor, financial planner near me, and that'll ultimately drive them towards your website. And if you don't already have your sources created and updated, I'll show you really quickly here on how we can do that. So on the top right, I'll go ahead and click the drop down, and then I'll click on Manage Your Account. And then once this page loads up, I'll scroll all the way to the bottom under Admins Only, and then I'm going to click on Manage Database List. So once I click that, you're going to be given a lot of different options here to how you can actually manage your list, which are kind of like your customizations within inside of your Redtail CRM. So under Contacts, I'm then going to identify our sources here. So I'll click on that. And then now I can see that list. And by all means, if you need this as inspiration, pause the video, write these out for yourself, get them inside of your own Redtail CRM. So after you pause the video, or maybe you just already have these built out already for your firm, what we're going to want to do next is go to the Reports tab, because what we're really going to want to show you are the different types of reports that you should be running at your firm when you're talking about contact reports and kind of tracking which marketing sources are working for you. So first things first here, I'm going to go here and identify the actual contacts reports. So just scroll down a couple of little boxes here and we see contacts reports, and you'll see we have a lot of different options here, but the beauty about Redtail is that they already provide you these pre-templated reports that you can essentially build out for yourself or you can customize. So I see this one here, contacts by source. So I'm going to click on that one, and if I want to, I can star it as well. But I'll just click on it here, essentially knowing that when I click on it, it's going to provide me the relevant information that I'm looking for. So what it's going to show you is the source. It's going to show you the category. It's going to show you their status. So from here, what I'm going to want to do is I'm actually going to want to filter this information to only show active clients. So when you see you click on this button, it's actually going to just show you all of the contacts that are living inside of your CRM, which may not be very useful information to you because you probably don't do a lot of contact cleanup, which is totally fine. So we're going to use the filtering function here. So click on filter, and then now this is where we can start checking off our boxes. So I want to know for all of the active clients. So I'm going to click on the client tier number 1, our 2s and 3s. Sources, let's just say I want to see all the sources for the initial report. Keywords, not looking for any keywords. Servicing advisors, if you have it broken out and you want to see for specific advisors, then we can totally do that. And then here, states, we're not going to do anything. Writing advisors. And then what we're going to do is save and apply this filter. So I'm going to call this active and then clients. So I will save and apply that. And once I applied it, looks like I got my list here. So we got both Jane and Joe Schmo. Pretty sure you're going to see a lot more different contacts inside of your report here, but I see from this list that Joe has again, from what we saw in the initial part of this video, he came from YouTube, but I see that Jane actually doesn't have a source. So what we're going to want to do here is do a little bit of contact cleanup first. So I'll go to Jane's profile herself, and again, just like what we did for Joe, I'm going to go ahead and edit Jane here, and then I'll choose her marketing source. So let's say she was actually a referral from an existing client, and then I'll click the blue button, update contact details. So once that's fixed here, if I want to refresh this, then I'll go ahead and go to the saved filters. Then I'll make sure I actually click on the one I created, and now we see that Jane has been updated for referral of clients. But brings up a good question. What if I want to just filter out by the different types of marketing efforts? So just like what we talked about here, I'm going to go ahead and now I just want to show the sources that are related to referrals. So if I want to see how many clients had come in just from referrals, I'm going to go under sources and click the options that are available to me, knowing that clients refer new clients to us, and then referrals come in from those centers of influences like attorneys, estate planners, maybe some CPAs that you manage relationships with, or any other financial industry professionals. So go ahead, I'll click those two options. I'll do the same thing here, so I'll save and apply this and then give it a naming function. So I'll call this active clients, and then I will say referrals. So saved it as active and then clients dash referrals. So I will save and apply that. And now we see that it filtered out Joe because Jane is the only person that is actually from a client referral. So what if now I only wanted to run this information based on clients that became new clients in this current year? So we can't actually do that with these reports that were built out. But what we can do is we can go and build out our own custom contact reports. And we already built one out for you. So we'll show you this template that you can build off of. But essentially the idea here is we'll click on contacts. We'll go to the advanced search function here. And then based on the advanced search function, you will be able to filter and really just do a lot and manipulate what types of clients, what types of prospects you want to see that are existing inside of your CRM. But we're going to show you this quick list and this little filter that we already created here. So we're only going to want to show the 2025 clients that are tier 1, and their contact source is a referral. So again, great data to get inside of your CRM if you're wanting to look at all the referrals that had come in from 2025. This is how you actually do it. So we're going to show you here. So what we have built out is the contact category is going to be equal to tier 1 here. And then we're also going to show that the contact, and this is an and function. So you'll see these little buttons or an and. So now we're going to say, and the contact has been a client since, let's say, January 1st of 2025. And the greater than or equal to essentially means that it can be on that specific date and anytime into the future. And then going here, what we're going to say is contact source, and this is an and function as well. So and contact source is equal to a client referral. Now, we did duplicate this, so we said or after this last if then function here, and we did the same thing, except instead of client referral, we went ahead and said COI referral. So once we ran that list, again, from the previous information that we know, Jane looks to be showing up here. We're also showing the source. And now you can reliably run data as to whatever time period you're really looking for. So if you want to look for the past year, since inception, the trailing 3 months, you can definitely run that report and contact information based on the sources of the contacts and the clients inside of your CRM. Hey, thanks for sticking around towards the end of the video here. We know this was a lot and kind of to take in and to learn, but if you're looking for more help, maybe your firm is looking to build out these processes, build out some reports, really just try to clean up the way that you run the day-to-day inside of your CRM, please feel free to schedule an intro call with us. We'd be more than happy to talk about those challenges, as well as discover a little bit more about your firm and how you should be really doing the day-to-day inside of your Redtail CRM.